It's got a notification, so we should be good.
Ready, Mike?
Yeah, we did that last time, and then
Oh, I think your the connection's not great. I don't know if I would drop frames and like high latency.
alright,
Okay.
let's try and hit something. Just let me know whenever it's up, dude.
Yep, I think it should be up now. All right, here we are, just the very beginning of this game between the Shorts and the Yackers. I'll update the scoreboard here. Rudy Lyon led off with a single up the middle off of Mike Whitty. There's the first out for Whitty and the Shorts. Holt Cantrell will step in.
The connection at the switch went bad.
There's a strike from Whitty. Of course, the Shorts ace coming off pitcher of the week honors from last week after a 14 strikeout in 5 innings performance. There's another strike. Holt fouls one off, stays alive.
That's a hit. I fouled it off. That's a hit.
Celebrating the bat on ball. That's fair against Mike Whitty. Ball outside. Runner on first for the Yackers after Rudy's leadoff single. There's strike 3 on the inside edge. One away.
It's just so crazy.
This is a game where one run might do it. Whitty is, at this point, established as the best arm in the league, and Dustin Dowden really strong himself. Had a great performance last week as well. Probably would have won pitcher of the week if not for Whitty. So, you know, this is the early going here, but Yaks with the runner on base might be the best opportunity they have all game. D. Louis steps in.
It's that fucking stuff right there.
No, it's open to whatever. It's just like the pacing it's been at. I would love to do more. Yeah.
4-1, Whitty behind in the count here. D. Louis, the batter, has the opportunity now ahead in the count to be selective. There's a strike. Can't be too selective though, or he'll blow a couple right past you. Full count pitch. Strike 3, chases one out of the zone. And that will be the third out, as the Shorts escape a little bit of a jam here in the first.
Let's go 24.
That's so funny. We don't have a 24, do we?
No. Yeah, you got Jackie over there.
Dowden getting his warm-ups in. He'll take the ball for the Yackers here in the bottom of the first. Again, one of the top arms in the league. Dowden was picked up after signing up after the sign-up deadline, so he had to enter as a free agent, which resulted in Yackers, who had first in the waiver order, making a claim on him, dropping Connor Young in the process, who's now on the short shorts, who they're playing today. So I get to see both ends of that transaction. Brendan Dudas will step in for the shorts to lead things off. Swings through the first one, strike one.
If you hit it out, would have been really bad news for me because I still have it back in one. Whatever it is, whatever happens doesn't count.
Alright, oh. Oh,
That's a strike.
Swings through another one, 0-2 on Dudas.
First ball was
I guess 0-1 because the first ball didn't count for some reason. It was just it was a joke ball. It wasn't a real ball. All right, 0-2 now. That one misses away. Dowden throws a few different pitches here. You can see from this view behind the plate, they kind of move in opposite directions, so it's tough to track those pitches. You're kind of guessing at the way it's going to move, and if you guess right, you might put a good swing on it, but if you guess wrong, you're going to swing through it like Dudas did just there. So there's the first out of the inning. Mike Whitty, pitching for the shorts, will step in and hit.
not yet. Wait till mid-season. Still going this way, you can call me.
Whitty swings through a ball out of the zone. 2-1 count. Another swing and a miss on a ball darting out of the zone. 2-2. Good take there.
Tell me what it is. Don't tell me I can't combine all the pitches. Right. And leave me just guessing.
Right. And it's like, yeah.
Black it out.
Full count now on Whitty.
Or it's in the bet slip, like, something, kind of like an exclamation of red.
Alright, here we go. I'm on 6.
So ball 5, he'll get a lob pitch count if you're just tuning in for Circle City Wiffle for the first time. After 5 balls, it's a walk. Batter can take a walk, or they can make the pitcher scoot in like this, throw a lob pitch, and give them the chance to swing away. Whitty rips one to the wall. He's going to take a big turn, but hold it first on a good play by Colt. Hydrogen peroxide would actually kill me. Yeah.
Maybe soap and water?
I thought he'd pull it,
That'll
man.
still hurt.
Sorry.
Yeah, anything's going to hurt. The shower's going to be miserable. Loggle will step in next for the shorts. There's a strike.
Here you go, 7.
1, 2, 3. There's a strikeout for Dowden. 2 gone. Still that runner on first. Mitch will have to change bats after he check swings so hard that the bat bends in half. Strong wrists. Swings through that one. 0-2 now. After that slow pitch at bat against Woody, Dowden's really dialed in here. 5 straight strikes. That one soars out of the zone. Strike 3, slider in the zone. And the Yackers will strand a runner at first, just as the Shorts did. We'll head to the top of the second.
Hey, but next time just get a Deadpool one out.
Honestly, whatever I say, do the opposite. It's just like betting. I bet on somebody.
I have a buddy that I always
Bet the
I
opposite.
always bet the opposite of what they do. What? These are rookies. Have as many as you want. Just the best. Yeah, those are good. I'm honestly like, I wasn't fighting with it, to be honest. I don't like Parmesan.
Woody back on the mound for the Shorts here in the top of the second. Rudy singled to center off the fast pitch in his first at bat. Another ball off the bat. Just missed that. 0-2 now, though. Rudy seems to be seeing Woody pretty well, which is something that not a lot of guys can say out here. 0-2. I think that one just tips the edge, and that's a brutal way to go down. A ball that hits about as little of the zone as possible, but it's still a strike.
I don't think you can hit it by less than that. Yes. How much did it divert its path? Like pardon? Nick?
Dustin Dowden stands in.
There's a kid out here.
Swing and a miss.
Crazy. He's probably goes by liquid football.
Change of speeds on that one. Ball moves differently too. Misses away though. Put in play by Dowden. And fielded and flipped to the pitcher by Dudas for the second out. Good bat on ball there by Dustin. Colt put the bat on the ball last time too. It wasn't in play, but saw it well enough to at least make contact. This is not slow pitch. You're right. Is that what our title says? If so, I need to figure out how to change that. No, this is full speed. Our slow pitch season ended a few weeks ago, and yeah, especially with Woody on the bump, this is anything but slow. No speed limits in our league. You can throw as fast as you can. Swing through, and that'll be a strike. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure to change that. Probably can't at this point, but for next time. Swung through for the out. 1-2-3 inning for Whitty. And we'll head to the bottom of the second.
Dude, I don't know, Devin. Dude, I remember we got pumped on by this kid at Lewis, and we were just like, he was like the first kid who actually toned, and we were just like, yeah. And Reddy was like, "What are you guys doing, coach? We don't know what we're doing." Like,
Scouting report said that he was fucking
terrible.
84
Yeah, scouting report said he was awful.
with the weak slider.
Dude,
His slider was 82.
Reddy would always give the worst scouting reports too. At least that's what I remember. The amount of times I looked over that game and was like, all right, 9-9, let's go. Make your mark, kid.
We've got two games going on right now. This one, of course, that we're seeing here, Yackers and Shorts, and you can see if you look out beyond the left field fence on our second field, known as the Graveyard, we've got Moonshots and Stampede. Believe that the Stampede won that first game of the series pretty handily. And I also believe that the Shorts won the first game of this series. So both looking for a sweep. Their opponents looking to split as Dowden steps in and fires a strike. Week 1 last week, every series was a split, so every team is 1-1 going into today's action, and then the first series of today, which is complete between, as Connor fouls one off, between the 8 Balls and the Hounds, also ended in a split. So a lot of teams evenly matched so far. Connor swings through that one for out number 1. Hensley will step in after a few years long hiatus from the league. He's back on the shorts this season. Something like a second rookie year after the amount of time that he missed. Right in the top corner of the zone. Tough pitch there from Dowden. Good pitch. Swings through that one. You can see how that ball started over the plate, but then the movement, it darts away. Again, Dowden with good repertoire of options here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Yackers. Keegan Coy steps in.
Okay.
2-0 start. Wouldn't blame you at this point if you switch off and change to the Pacers game. We're here in Indianapolis, just south of downtown. Keegan swings and fouls one back. So just south of the action. Game 3 tonight. Swings through that one, which rises up and out of the zone. And another swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone. Good placement from Dowden. Dowden absolutely edges the Shorts.
Oh no. That's why I had so much pep in my step.
You don't know what day it is for school?
Do you know Rodman right now? We know Rodman.
Hagen Russo.
I have one. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
How's your arm feel after last week?
Oh, Winnie, come on. Oh my gosh.
I was like really. You woke up and it didn't hurt at all, like no shoulder, no.
I cut. I mean, I did one little injury cup like on it back there.
Top three now. Woody back on the mound.
It's sore like after the game, but
D. Louis stands in.
a 1-2 or something.
Worked a full count his last at bat, but ultimately struck out. There's a strike from Woody. Woody's main pitch that he throws is that slider. It's got a little bit of rise to it, but mostly it's hard cut. He'll mix in something that's more of a straight drop ball every once in a while. But for the most part, he just throws that slider so hard, it's pretty tough to hit. Strike three on a ball in the corner, one gone.
Send it to New York.
Yeah, I don't have the bottom of the K board. Lyon stands back in. He's been seeing it well so far against Whitty, as there's another one that he makes contact with and fouls back. Might have risen out of the zone. Two 2-1 count now. Hello, cool monkey. We love YouTube usernames. Good take by Rudy. That one misses just outside. Top three, still no score. Two premier pitchers on the mound. Mike Whitty on the mound for the Shorts. Another foul back by Rudy. There's a strike on the bottom of the zone. Two gone. Are we having fun? Of course we're having fun. Any day we're out here playing wiffle ball is a great day. Now, if you ask the batters of these two teams who are facing off against Whitty and Dowden, I'm not sure they would say that they're having a whole lot of fun right now, though. Dowden stands in next for the Yackers. Oh, and that's a swing on one that hits him. Got to hit the ball before it hits you. It's a good example there of the amount of movement that these balls have. You're swinging away, and before you know it, it's in your grill.
Game starts in 4 minutes. Unbelievable. Oh, absolutely. As soon as the game starts.
Here you go, Savvy.
Because I feel like someone put a huge bet on it.
That was funky. You saw Whitty's stride kind of go out to the side, and then he throws something that actually looked a little bit straighter than what he normally throws, but weird enough to catch the batter off guard for strike three.
Hey, well, can you call down the game for us?
Runs, boys.
Don't take Thomas to this pitch off.
We'll go to the bottom of the third now. Still no score.
Now you want to adjust the score. Honestly, it's been a little close.
It's not
centered on the base is the problem.
It seems fine, like the bounce seems fine. I think
Strike zone's a lot exactly like mine. The base is cockeyed from the center. It's just weird.
Needs to slide over.
It does look cockeyed. You're making it work. That was livid.
You having fun?
Hey, you got
Because I
good.
put it on, look at the centering is way off. Ready, ready?
Dude, what'd you say last at that?
no comment? Let's go, dude. I thought you were like hyping up big game, you know?
Duda steps in, Dowden back on the bump for the Yackers. Swings and hit deep to center, but it'll hold up. Caught by D. Louie
Next bat, next bat.
for the out. Good swing on a ball in the zone. He just missed it, just got under it. But good, strong contact. Again, just hit the bottom of the ball for out number 1. Here's Woody, who singled his first time, the only hit in this game so far. Actually, that's not true. Rudy also had a hit. One of 2 hits in the game.
He's gonna be acting up. He's gonna be
Fouled back.
Yeah, he's gonna be hitting one of these tonight. Or the
You know, when you watch baseball, a lot of times you hear about pitchers 3rd and 4th time through the order, batters starting to see them. Definitely the case out here too. You know, we've got fewer at-bats, fewer innings that we play, but also fewer hitters in the lineup. So you do start to see guys 3, 4, 5 times depending on the length of the lineup and how many innings they're pitching. Swings through one out of the zone for strike 3. But you've seen, you know, some of these swings that these last 2 batters have had starting to get closer to barreling these balls up. The more they see pitches out of his hand, starts to pick that spot to look for. There's one fouled back by Loggle again. Another good example there. Just missed that ball.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying.
I know. Dude,
We also shot the
I
ball.
feel the same way.
Hey, off the foul already. Let's go. They're calling the other way. It was the free throws that killed us last game.
Throw him out. Yeah.
3-1 count on Loggle.
That Canadian rivalry.
2000.
Bro, they're in there.
Good take. That ball's down out of the zone. 4-1 now. Again, 5 balls constitutes a walk here.
Fixing games. Donald?
That one bounces about 40 feet.
Where 2 quick fouls are called like that and not think, oh shit, they're in cahoots. They just called
And so we've got a slow pitch chance now for Loggle in the shorts. Again, the way that this game's gone, 1 run may be all it takes.
I don't care. Yeah.
So Loggle, a good opportunity right here to park one over the left field fence and provide some instant offense for the shorts. Pitchers can throw whatever they want here. It just has to be under 31 miles an hour. There's a strike on Loggle as he checks his swing. Fouled back. Dowden rather, hunting the top of the board. Probably the hardest thing to hit on slow pitch as Loggle flies out to left. Caught by a Loggle. Bullet dodge there by the Yackers.
No, I let off. Oh yeah, that's 3. This is definitely 3.
And that'll be the 3rd out after some deliberation. We play 5 innings out here. We're in the top of the 4th. Still no score, so it's about time to mention what happens if we're in a tie game after 5. We enter what we like to call the jack-off, where, kind of like a penalty kick shootout, each team will send up a batter one at a time to take basically a batting practice hack, try and hit one over the fence. Whoever jacks the most will take the win if we get through 5 with no score. And again, the way that this is looking, just 1 hit apiece, both in the first inning, both pitchers settling in. Would not be surprised if that's where we end up. We love a jack-off, one of the most exciting ways to end a game. Cantrell stands in for, I believe, the 3rd time as Whitty dots the corner of the zone. Another kind of weird stride where he strides towards the batter and then throws that ball that starts behind him and then curves into the zone. Tough to say yes on that, even if you know that's the way it's going to move. It's kind of a mind game.
It doesn't say a year, so technically it is. I was like, is that from this year? No, I know, but he was like, no, it's 2000. I was like, technically it's
Dalton Lewis stands in. There's a strike from Whitty.
I did find it.
I swear if you hit me next time.
Whoa, look out. Good take by D. Louie, recognizing that pitch up out of the zone. Another good take, 3-1 count. D. Louie's worked a few good at-bats this game. Not much to show for it yet, but it's the sort of thing you look for. Misses away, 4-1. Ball 5. Whitty looses a ball over the center field fence in frustration.
Yeah, do that. Visualize.
So now D. Louie with an opportunity to provide some offense for the Yackers. That count will carry over, so he's got 1 strike on him, even in the slow pitch chance here. There's strike 2, so now he'll have to protect a little bit. Fouled back. 2 strikes, still no score. Good take by D. Louie. Ripped to left center. That should be a hit, and he'll hold it first, as it's a good, solid single for D. Louie, the Yackers' 2nd hit of the game, and a runner on for Rudy, who has seen the ball well.
I forgot he put all the money on that.
Rudy takes a strike and down the heart of the plate. 0-1 count. Strike 2. And Lions down in an 0-2 hole. Whitty will look to get the strikeout here. Swing and a miss as he puts a little extra on it. That ball broke out of the zone but looked like a strike. 2 away now. This is a thing that Mike will do. You see him when he kind of gets into a pivotal moment, kind of reach back for a little bit more. I think that's what he's doing right now. A little extra zip on that ball. 0-2 now on Dowden. Dowden makes good contact to the right side, caught by Hensley as he chases it down. Great play out there in right field. Good bat on the ball by Dowden. Good solid contact the other way. But that play will save a run and keep things knotted up at 0. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th.
4.
No way. Yes, sir. I'm for it.
I guess that was your 4. How many do they have? They have 4?
What? Can you not get it hard?
Is it only 4? Is it only 4? Yeah. I get a Connor, Tony, Bill, probably Mitch. Dead man, man.
Yeah, we're just blowing up.
Hey, Mitch, no pressure, but it's still 0-0. I'm saying you can do something. You can do something about that, Mitch. Be that guy.
Why are you turning?
I was gonna say, why am I watching a how to train dragon right now? CCW, eh?
Unversaw stands in. Bottom 4. Still no score. Strike 1.
Tristan, put that down.
Dude, Ellie gets. We have recorded Survivor episodes, and we have to sit through a minute and a half long ad. You can see the yellow dots on the thing. Yeah.
Good take.
Right. I literally.
Makes me want to take a fat pig and put it.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another K for Dowden. Judas, did you say you're watching Survivor?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We love Survivor.
What season?
We're finishing up 49.
Okay, 48, the one that just read. Yeah.
That's right.
Don't give me a spoiler. He's a big fan. Brittany and I just started 48.
Yeah?
I already have it spoiled.
Paramount or whatever.
I saw the video.
48 is low key. It might be my least favorite new era season.
It's a grind.
Yeah, it's
Last season 47 was
40.
so good.
I think 45, 46, and 47 were all great.
No. We used to watch here when it first began and never again.
Ripped on the ground to the right side by Connor. Good play by D. Louie. Forgive the Survivor talk on the side.
Fade away from the elbow, down.
They went for the red on Turner.
There's ball 1 out of the zone. Dowden's been getting a lot of chase on that kind of rising ball that moves out of the zone. But a good take by Hensley to not chase that one. Does get a strike on a ball on the zone. Another good take. 2 and 1. Swing and a miss through a slider out of the zone.
I don't know, actually. I would assume the first tip was.
I think what makes Dowden such a tough pitcher to hit is that he throws a couple different pitches, which a few guys do, but one of his moves down and away as that one's hit on the ground past the third, the pull side defender. There's a hit from Hensley. But Dowden, who throws a slider, moves kind of down and away, and then his second pitch actually has some rise to it. And so when you're guessing, you can't guess down every time and hope for the direction to be correct. Because some of his stuff moves up and some of it moves down and away. It's a lot of diverse movement. See, there's that riser. Good hold by Keegan, though. So pair that ball that rises with something that darts down and away, and you're swinging either on top or underneath the ball. There's a slider that Keegan puts the bat on but fouls it back. The bat on.
apparently it's a hazard now, but then you see those.
Good take by Keegan.
Those waveboards are nuts. They're fucking stupid.
Saw that ball start on the outside edge and let it slide away.
Like coming down, feeling like you're about to drop 100 feet.
That one bounces in.
I don't think that was supposed to
Keegan looks to be seeing it well here.
put one in the dirt about 10
And that's ball 5. So here's another slow pitch chance. Keegan will see a demo here and then have his chance to swing away at the lob ball. Runner on. Hit high and shallow to right center. D. Louie makes the catch. There was a little bit of hesitation there, but the catch is made nonetheless. And here we are, top 5. Both teams have had a few chances in slow pitch, but have yet to capitalize. It's anything but a given, right? Like, of course they're scooting up, they're throwing it slower, but some guys can do even nastier stuff on the slow pitch than they can on the fast pitch. So, again, certainly advantage hitter in that case, but it's by no means a gimme. All right, we'll move on to the top of the 5th now. This is the last chance for both teams before we enter the jack-off. Again, that's a penalty kick shootout style tiebreaker if we reach the end of regulation in a tie. Woody allowing just 2 runs to this point. Got another instance where you might see Woody reach back for a little bit more here. That one misses just down. Swing and a miss. That's the right one to swing at, though. You saw where that landed in the zone, pretty much middle. Good take, full count. Swing and a miss. Another good swing by Colt, but he just swung through it. Woody overpowers him with that slider. 1 gone. D. Louie is the batter responsible for one of the Yackers' couple hits. He singled on a slow pitch chance earlier. There's a strike. Really love this behind the plate view with this see-through board. You can see the way that that ball moves. That one stays away. Cool Monkey, we really appreciate how locked in you are here in this game. There's a strike. If we had the radar gun in view here, you'd be seeing that Woody's pounding in the 90s. Tough, notoriously difficult guy to hit. He really ramps up the speed. 2 gone. Rudy Lyons, the batter. He'll be the Yakkers' last chance. Ball 1, misses down and in. Swings through a ball inside, off the zone. 1-1 count. There's a really strong slider that hits down in the middle. Again, there you saw Whitty reach back and really let that one fly. The hesitation and the riser out of the zone. Huge strikeout from Whitty. And that'll end the half of the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Shorts have a chance to take the lead and win this. Otherwise, we'll head to our tiebreaker. Bottom 5 now.
Don't like that.
We've been getting better at bats this game.
Dude, their defense is so.
Does it count as Shepard didn't even say.
Shepard's got the tail with him, so they need Shepard like this.
Dowden will take the mound once more. He's thrown a gem so far. Allowed just 1 hit, I believe. Either 1 or 2. Yeah, Rudy's got the custom Yakkers sleeve out there. Definitely dripped out. You don't see a lot of that out here. Not a lot of accessories, but you know, he's got the custom sleeve. Dudas pokes one up the middle. It's a bang bang play. He's safe. A lot of spin on that ball, so Dudas beats that one out. A lot of spin on it. He hit it just in front of the mound, and it kind of kicked backwards towards the batter. Dudas with great speed. Pitcher had to field it and flip it back to the pitcher's mound, but it wasn't in time, so Dudas reaches. And there's the winning run there on first base now as Mike Whitty stands in. Whitty swings through that strike. Cool Monkey, thanks for joining us, man. Shouts to Cool Monkey, who's been locked in this entire game. Anav, you too, man. They've both been locked in. Appreciate the viewership. Make sure to subscribe. We're live every Wednesday. We'll post out shorts, little cuts of some of the top plays during the week too. 3-2 count. Still no outs. Whitty holds the swing. Strong wrists to keep that one from going through the zone. Count's full. Big pitch here. And it's tipped foul. Whitty stays alive. Count still full. Swing and a miss on a slider, and there goes the bat. And it might have gotten stuck in the tree. That's crazy. Let's hope that was a cheapo and not a custom one that he found on the internet. Loggle stands in. One gone. Runner on first. Gutsy at bat by Dowden against Whitty in that last showdown. The strikeout keeps this in check. That one just misses right into the camera. Look out in your living room there. Yeah, Brar, you know, you can come out here and stand in if you want. When you've got 90 miles an hour at 45 feet with this movement, it's tough to hit. All right, we've got another slow pitch chance here. Loggle with a chance to win this for the Shorts. We've got a runner at first. Home run obviously wins it, but even a well-placed ball, you can see there's only two fielders besides the pitcher, so they can't cover too much room. Anything to the right side might score Dudas, who's a speedy runner there at first. Tipped to the right side, that'll at least advance a runner, and the ball's thrown away. And that might be the ball game. We'll have a clarification of the rules. As a ball out of play, they advance a base +1. So that's going to do it. On Dowden's attempt to peg the runner, the ball gets thrown out of play. Dudas advances to third and then gets to advance home on the ball out of play. So that's going to do it. Not your most climactic of endings, but the little dribbler to the right side and the misplay there by the Yackers leads to a run, and that's the game. Shorts pull one out on two little dribblers. That's a good point somebody said down there. It was a dribbler from Dudas and a dribbler from Loggle, but that's all it took to plate that run. How can you bet on the next game? You know, there's enough degenerates out here that if we had a way to bet, it would be happening. So, you know, probably best for everyone that doesn't exist. But
I'll know you're sorry if you just stop.
you can follow us here, and we'll run it back a week from today. Every Wednesday for the next several weeks, we'll be live with more fast pitch wiffle ball action. Thank you, Cool Monkey, for the shout out. We appreciate it. We'll go ahead and close this one out here. Thanks for tuning in, gang. We'll see you next week.